What's going on, y'all? Grind to Motivate, back in this thing again, man, with another video. And today we have a tragic tale of simping going wrong, man. And the guy you see on your screen is the simp who everything went wrong for, man. He accosted a bodega shop owner, and the bodega shop owner basically, pieced him up with a knife and deleted him, ended him. And it was all over the fact that his girlfriend couldn't afford a bag of chips for her little daughter. I don't know why he didn't just come in and get the money for her, or I don't know why she didn't have the money, man. You ain't having enough money for a bag of chips, man. Your life is really in shambles. That's all I'm gonna say, man. But in this particular situation, I would just say, man, no good deed goes unpunished. Let's go ahead and check out a few article pieces and see what we think. Was he wrong? Was a bodega store owner wrong? Let's go. I first want to point out that this guy has on a designer brand, which is a Mary, which is I believe is in style at the moment. He also has a fresh set of cornrows, so I don't really understand why he couldn't just get a dude the money for the chips. But looks like the priorities are obviously out of order. Let's keep going. So first off, why is he behind the counter? Secondly, he pushed the man into the thing very aggressively. So I could kind of see why the man would be feeling like his life is in danger. Third, look at the lady's hand. The lady pulled the money out. She found the money. So at this point, there's no need to keep going unless this guy said or did something physically that was extremely disrespectful to you or your girlfriend. Now is the time to leave. Maybe just don't patronize the shop anymore. But no, this guy wanted to keep going. It's not looking good so far. Let's go. So I'm going to end it right there because it gets more graphic after that, man. The dude obviously pulls out the knife and, you can see a couple red splats here and there. But so far, it does not look good in the case for the guy who ended up losing his life. Let's go ahead and check out these articles and see what are these people saying. Let's go. So I got a few excerpts from a New York Post article, and the title of it is New York City Bodega Group pitches stand your ground law after fatal stabbing. It says, a New York City bodega group says the Big Apple should adopt a local version of Florida's controversial stand your ground law after a Manhattan store worker was charged with murder for defending himself. United Bodegas of America, which I didn't know was a thing. I'm obviously not from New York, but I still wouldn't think it would be a thing, which has rallied behind Jose Albert, a 61-year-old shop employee facing a slave rap after fending off a violent ex-con, said Sunday that the measure is needed to protect others who told behind the counter. Quote, bottom line in Florida, this is what you would consider stand your ground, UBA spokesman Fernando Mateo said at a press conference referring to Alba's case. Another quote, that's what New York City needs, Mateo said of the law. The controversial Florida law came under scrutiny after wannabe cop George Zimmerman deleted 17-year-old Trayvon Martin in Sanford in 2012, citing the statute and claiming that he feared for his life when he shot the unarmed teen. And I would say that those two are not really comparable, but I would say that, yeah, this dude does have like a self-defense thing right here, because the guy did go behind the counter and he did, he started the whole thing physically. And I feel like it's like, like one of them video games, like Hitman or one of them stealth games where, maybe you don't have the right outfit, you go to the restricted area, they start immediately questioning you and they start trying to beat you up and all that kind of stuff. It's like that. So he shouldn't have went behind the counter at all. But I think in the case of George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin, I think it was just George Zimmerman being a little sorry joker, man. He just was being racist out here, just judging books by their cover. Dude was walking home. He had a hood on. George Zimmerman didn't like it. And, he did what he did, and he got away with it. George Zimmerman reminds me a lot of the Blue Hawk character from The Boys. I keep on referring to The Boys. I'm going to keep on referring to The Boys in a lot of my videos because I feel like they have a lot of funny little real-life comparisons in them, man. But I do think that those cases are different. I think that this dude has a case for self-defense because the dude shouldn't have been back there. Like I said, simping gone wrong, man. Serial simpitude, and now his life is over with. Let's go. Florida allows people to use deadly force if they believe they are threatened by great bodily harm, which in that case, George Zimmerman was the one who started the whole thing and got the reaction that he deserved, so I don't really think that it was justified. Again, New York does not have a stand your ground statute, but does allow for self-defense claims for protecting one's home. Mateo said a more expansive statute in New York, similar to Florida's, would have provided Alba with legal grounds for stabbing and mortally wounding 35-year-old Austin Simon when he stormed behind the counter July 1st and accosted Alba. So we see what happened right there, man. Old boy started the whole thing. The old dude came back and defended himself, defended his shop, and he got brought up on charges. You know, they said they sent him to Rikers Island, man. I heard Rikers Island was a dangerous place, man. So they sent that old dude up to Rikers Island. They probably put him up through there, man. Put him in a blender. And that also leads me to another question. What do you guys think about the guy who assaulted the old bodega worker? Do you think that his girlfriend that, you know, that kind of, you know, I guess wound him up, put a battery in his back, that she should be charged with something? Or do you think that, man, he acted on his own, man, and what he did was his own thoughts? I will probably say that, you know, what he did was his own thoughts. I don't think she told him to come in there and, yeah, rough him up for me and get my chips. Rough him up and get my chips. And then, you know, he came in like, yeah, son, I'm gonna show you, son. I think, you know, he just came in straight like, yeah, son, I'm gonna show you, son. Yeah, yo, B, whatever, you know how y'all New Yorkers be talking, man. But yeah, man, I think that's what happened, and you know, he caused his own demise. But let's go ahead and see what the girlfriend has to say, or what the ex-wife has to say about this dude, because, you know, they always want to say these guys are the best and paint them in a good light and everything like that. I ain't trying to be no cool knowledge or nothing and act like the black dude is just the bad guy, but in this particular situation right here, he's not the guy. Let's go. So we have a few quotes from the ex-wife of the guy who lost his life, and this is from The Independent. First, we got the quote: "Everyone is judging him on a clip of a video," the former wife, who wanted to be known only by her first name, Tiana, told the Daily News. That clip is not a good clip. And plus, they've already found his record. You know, he's got a record alongside that, so he's not looking good. He's not the monster that they're trying to make him seem like. Why are you not with him then? She added that Mr. Austin was a devoted family man and father to his 9 children. He has 9 children. That means this man is out here reckless in these streets. You can't afford a bag of chips. You got 9 kids, but you got a Mary shirt on. All right, it's not looking good. His math is not mathing, as, you know, the women and the gay dudes say in these things. But according to a criminal charging document, Mr. Simon's girlfriend and her young daughter entered the Harlem bodega where Mr. Alba has worked for decades. At 11 p.m. on July 1st, the girlfriend, who has not been publicly named, wanted to buy a bag of chips for her daughter, but she didn't have enough money to pay for them, said police. And now I'm trying to figure out, where's the girlfriend at? Why hasn't she spoke out? Why is the ex-wife of all people speaking out for a man that's not even with her anymore? That just shows you, like, this is one of them ungrateful sides of a woman. Like, you goddamn did everything for him, and you really went the full extra mile, and you laid it all down, which is your life. And now she just ran off. She probably went and bust somebody new that same week. But let's keep going. Mr. Simon's girlfriend also produced a knife and stabbed Mr. Alba in the arm, police said. So, yeah, that's where the girlfriend is, man. I kind of forgot about it. I watched the video earlier from another angle, and it actually showed her kind of like picking something up and hitting him in the arm, but I kind of didn't really make it out. But now that they say that, it all makes sense, and I guess that's why she's not here, man. So, you know, she partook in the degeneracy, and now she's on the run, which I'm pretty sure she's not far. They need to go on and just cuff up. Mr. Simon was rushed to the hospital where he died from his injuries. Mr. Alba was arrested on the scene and was charged with second-degree murder and criminal possession of a weapon, which I don't really understand that, because it's like, how do you defend your shop in a place like New York if you have a knife and you're considered having criminal possession of a weapon, unless you had a prior record to that? I don't know. New York is odd. He posted bond on Thursday after his bail was decreased from $250K to $50K. Mr. Adams weighed in this week to back Mr. Alba, saying that he saw a New Yorker doing his job on the video. I mean, I guess his job was just randomly stabbed for. But I mean, yeah, he was just defending himself, not doing his job, idiot. Mr. Austin's wife told the Daily News she disagreed and that Mr. Alba unnecessarily escalated the confrontation by pulling a knife. I don't think he did. He was in a bad situation. This guy's considerably younger than him and could just beat him up and do all kind of stuff. So he had to do what he had to do. And then she quotes, "He stabbed him multiple times. That was overkill." Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. But I mean, you got to defend yourself, and you just don't really know what these guys are capable of in these streets. But yeah, man, that is the end of the video right there, man. I think this guy, he has sympathy, and he hath sinned, and he hath failed, and he has lost his life for this. So yeah, man, no good deed goes unpunished. Or I guess you thought it was a good deed. It wasn't really no good deed, man. I don't know, it was a silly deed. You went in there and went overkill. He went overkill, if you want to ask me, man. The dude was in there telling your wife she couldn't get the chips or something like that. Go somewhere else. You can't afford the chips. And then he came in there wanting to get mad and all that kind of stuff. Bro, you couldn't even afford the chips. You got a mirror shirt, but you couldn't afford the chips. Come on, bro. All this over a bag of chips, man. It's so stupid. So idiotic, man. Little guys like this, I can't stand guys like this, man. And these are the kind of people that don't take accountability. Like, when they do stupid things, they act as if it was the other person's fault solely. Like, this is the kind of guy who would get fired from a job and then be like, "Yo, I had told him I wanted that day off, but you didn't put it in writing. You didn't put it in like an official book." Like, you're that kind of guy. I don't know. Like, it's just like a really dumb guy. I don't know, man. If more information comes and it turns out the guy said a little too much or did a little too much, then maybe I'll take this guy's side. But at the moment, man, what I'm saying on video, it doesn't look good. This guy's not looking like he's in the right, and I think that the little bodega dude, they need to go and let him go and let him have his little business back and go on with his life. I feel sorry for the folks that lost this dude, but I mean, I guess you chose the wrong guy. Yeah, man. So I guess the moral of the story, man, don't be out here, fellas, don't be out here simping to the point where you lay it all on the line and you lose your life, man, because you don't get anything for that. I think if he was still alive, he would have went to jail too, and she would have found somebody new, and now both of y'all down bad. You went in there trying to punt the store owner, and now now you're looking stupid too, man. But yeah, man, if you watched to this point, thanks for watching, man. Have a great day. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.